And finally, I would like to introduce to you President's Council and Gold Leader, Miss Diane Hernandez. Now, she has been at Avon for 11 years, and Team Beauties are over 700 strong. Shout out if you're out there. Since he won, now wait for it. This team has had a team sales increase of $92,000. Okay, and Diane herself has recruited 415 new members. Wow. So when I say we have a star-studded panel of representatives who are really walking the walk and are going to talk to you and teach you today all about recruiting, I'm not lying. Diane, let's see you in a little bit because we're going to go through an activity with you. Thanks, Diane.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here and honored to be able to share my leadership story plus a few tips for everyone. But let me just mention this. Leadership did not come easy. It was the last thing in my mind when I joined Avon in 2010. And it wasn't until 7 years later when I decided, when Avon announced a leadership incentive to Atlantis, Bahamas, that I started thinking about leadership. The last 7 years, I was focusing on sales and specifically online sales, so I really didn't know anything about leadership. But I knew I wanted to be on that trip, so I decided to stick my toe into the leadership pool and find out what this is all about. So I intentionally started sharing the opportunity, the Avon Opportunity. It was a little bit different because before I would focus on sharing Avon products to get sales, and now I was just kind of switching gears. But I did make the incentive. I made it for 2, and I was able to attend the trip with my family, and that was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, I was still trying to figure out what leadership was all about, trying to figure out the Avon Vibe dashboard, trying to figure out how to motivate my team. And during that time, I did lose some team members, and I was still, here and there I would add to the team as well. But it wasn't until 2018 that I got a call from my leadership development coach, and she said, Diane, congratulations. You earned a leadership opportunity meeting. And so basically what that was is I would find a venue, invite people to the event, and then share the Avon opportunity with them. And so at first it was exciting just to earn it because I really I was kind of passively sharing the Avon opportunity and I was still focusing on the sales. But also, I started feeling not very comfortable with it because I had been focusing on building my sales business completely online. And I felt like, well, maybe I can, I just didn't feel comfortable doing it in a meeting traditional way. So I had to respectfully decline. But that got the wheels spinning, and I started thinking, a leadership opportunity meeting sounded really good because you could get a message out to people and share your why and so forth. But there has to be a better way for me to do it since I do things online. So I decided to make a leadership opportunity video, and that's sort of what helped get things started. So that little video that I created helped me get to bronze leader in 2019. And then in 2021, just recently in January, I became gold leader. Now, since then, I did have to retire that opportunity video just because it became outdated, but it did help me to get to bronze leader. So maybe maybe creating an opportunity video for yourself could help you get started as well. And it won't be as scary as going out in person recruiting people. The main thing is that you get started. And whatever reason it is that keeps you from starting, whether it's fear or whatever it is, the main thing is to put that aside and just get started, because you will evolve as a leader. As your team grows, you'll also grow. As you answer your team's questions, your team members' questions, you're going to also learn more about the business as well. So I just encourage everyone just to know that you will learn and grow as a leader as your team grows as well. But let's talk more about this opportunity video. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Just one moment. Okay, so let's talk about this leadership opportunity video. What are the benefits? First, it's going to help you save time, because now you're going to have one video with all the key topics that you would share when someone's interested. And instead of saying it over and over to a bunch of different people, now you can direct them to this video. Next, you're going to be able to get your message out to more people, because now you're going to launch it onto the internet, and people who are looking for the Avon opportunity could come across your video. And then lastly, this is going to help you get started creating other videos, because now that you have this under your belt, you've already created it. Guess what? Your team is going to need to be trained. So now you can use the same skills that you learned on how to make your opportunity video. You can make training videos, like how to share your brochure, how to put your first order, and so forth. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about what to say in the video, how to create it, and where to share it. So before we do that, let's talk about the ways you can create your video. There's two ways. You can do a simple headshot with your phone or your webcam and simply just share your story. That's simple enough, and then you can just upload it to YouTube or wherever. The second way to share your video or create your video is by using a webcam and slides. And you can either do that on a laptop or a desktop. So that seems to be easier. So, but before you do anything, whether you do a video with your phone and do a simple headshot video, which I like to call a talking head, or you create a video with slides, you're still going to need to create your outline. And this can be a simple outline, and basically it's just talking points. So let's go over some talking points that you can share in your video. First, and most importantly, you're going to want to talk about your personal Avon story. Now, this is basically your why you joined. Even if you're a new representative, everybody has a why. Then you're going to want to share your journey. And even if you're a new representative, you still have a journey starting. You can share about all your personal experiences. Then you can talk about any achievements. It could be your first sale, your first whatever it is, any achievement. And then you can talk about any aha moments that you discovered after joining. And here's an example of what I said in my video. Now, everyone has a personal reason, and my Avon journey started back in 2010. The economy was strained back then, and I wanted to find a way to help supplement my family income. But I had a young son at the time, and I didn't want to work out of the home, so I started looking into direct sales companies. So there you can see that if anyone's listening who's a mom, who's at home, who has small kids, they're immediately going to connect to my story, because they'll say, hey, that's me. So regardless of what your story is, just like our panelists shared their stories, there's always someone that's going to connect to your story, and it's your own personal story. So this should be something easy for you to share. And then next, you're going to want to talk about your Avon experience. You're going to want to talk about the benefits of joining, how being your own boss, the lifestyle and community, trips and awards, whatever you can share. And it doesn't have to be all of these bullet points. It can be whatever you connect to. And again, if you're a new representative, there's still something for you to share here. Just start thinking about, the experience you've had so far, the positive experience. And then next, you're going to want to share Avon's amazing products, whether it's why you love them, the diversity, the competitiveness, and any other insight you have. And make it part of your personal story, because the more you can connect to your viewer, the better. And then you'll want to share the different ways to earn, whether it's face-to-face sales, online sales, leadership, or fundraising. And here's an example of how I shared. Avon offers you a free online store. And this is a turnkey website. All you have to do is put your name behind it, and it's already stocked with hundreds of Avon products. Everything that is found in the Avon catalog can be found on your online store. And not only that, but your customers can also view the Avon catalog online as well. So basically, you're just sharing to them the ways to share, the ways to earn. And if you tend to gravitate towards face-to-face sales, or you enjoy fundraising, or you're looking into fundraising, then by all means share that. Share what you found, what you're passionate about, so that your viewer can feel the same way when they're hearing what you have to share. And then next, and most importantly, is you're going to want to leave a call to action. Now, this call to action is basically giving your viewer clear instructions on what to do next, whether it's to click a link, to call you, or to email you. This is something that now that you've led them from your why to your experience to the products, now you're going to give them the pitch. Like, okay, so now this is what you do next. And this is an example of what I shared in my video. So now that I've shared the Avon opportunity with you and what you can expect when you become an Avon representative, you may be wondering, great, how can I get started? So it's fairly easy. All you need to do is you need to click the link below or the pink button below the video. Depending on where you're viewing this video, you may see a link or you may see a pink button. But that's going to take you to Avon's online application. Now, the online application will only take you less than 10 minutes to complete. Now, there it gives a clear call to action. The viewer knows exactly what they need to do, and they know what's going to happen after they do it. Now, there are some key things to keep in mind when you do create your video. One, your topic should be general in case Avon makes changes later, which was my mistake. I got too specific about the new representative incentives. And so once Avon updated the program, then I had to retire that video. The next thing you'll want to keep in mind is keep the video simple and in conversational tone, just like you're talking to someone one-on-one. And then you'll want to keep your video no longer than 30 minutes, long enough to make the connection, but short enough that you don't lose their attention. And then importantly, you'll need good lighting, and share your phone or share your video in horizontal format. You're going to want to take advantage of the full screen, especially when you upload it up to the internet, so you won't have any black bars on the side. Now, let me tell you, this video, when I was promoting it, it did work. Little by little, I started getting emails from Avon saying, hey, someone joined your team. Then a couple of days later, someone joined your team. So it does work. So now, if you're just interested in creating a video like I said, a talking head video. Now you have the basics on what to share when you create the video. But if you'd like to create the video with slides, then let's go to our next step. Now these slides can be as simple as a colored background and a phrase, like your why, your Avon experience, just to lead the viewer through your journey. And it's super easy. You don't have to be a designer or anything to create these slides. Now, one reason to use your slides is so that you can make your video more interesting. It can be more engaging to the viewer. The next thing is it can highlight key talking points and it can help you remember what to say. So if you have a hard time, this always helps you, guide you through as well. And like I mentioned, you don't have to be a graphic designer to create your slides because we're going to use Canva. Now, most of you may already be familiar with Canva, but if you haven't used Canva or you're not too sure about it, Avon U has a great video where you can get a walkthrough and to find out the different features in Canva itself. So you can go ahead and check out Avon U. Just do a search for Canva. So we're going to be using Canva, and what you'll want to do is go to canva.com. And you'll click on the presentation templates. It's like a little button there. But if you don't see it, just enter slides into the search box. And then once you click the presentation templates, it's going to open up Canva's creator window. And there you're going to see hundreds of slides. And you can pick whichever one you like. And once you select it, it's going to open up more pages and templates that are associated with that theme. You'll be able to change the background color, the text, and then you'll be able to add more pages as you continue creating your slides. So it's super easy. It's going to take it could take easily 10 minutes, but of course, the more elaborate you are, the longer it'll take. But once you complete your slides, then you're going to create your video, which is you're going to record the presentation. And again, this is super easy because you're still going to use Canva. You're going to record your slideshow with Canva, and it's super easy in just a few steps. So when you're still in that designer window and you finish completing your slides, what you're going to do next is at the top of the screen, you're going to look for the 3 dots. And those 3 dots, you're going to want to click them. And when you click them, you're going to also click present and record because a new menu is going to open. So when that menu opens, click present and record. And then it'll open up another little menu with a purple button, and you'll click that to go to the recording studio. And once you click that, then another window is going to open up, and you're going to start recording. So this is where you're going to start recording your presentation. So just go through your slides, share your story, and then when you're done with your presentation, you'll go ahead and click End Recording. Then Canva will start processing your video. Now, the longer your video is, the longer it's going to take to process. So make sure you keep that window open. Once Canva is completed with the processing, you'll be prompted to download your video. So you'll want to make sure, and this is important, you'll want to make sure to download your video to your drive because you're going to use it later when you upload it to the internet. Once you download it, just go ahead, find your video where you saved it, and take a look at your masterpiece. It's that easy. So now you're probably wondering, okay, I have this video. What do I do next? Well, here's where we're going to talk about where and how to share. There's a lot of ways to share, but here are just a few places that you can. And the most obvious is YouTube. So you can go ahead and share your opportunity video to YouTube. You can share your video to Google My Business if you have an account. You can share your video on your online store. So when your customers come to visit your online store, they're going to see your video with you sharing the online, the Avon Opportunity. To do that, you'll need to do that through your Avon Now dashboard. Just click Edit Online Store, and you can scroll down to look where to upload that video. You'll also want to include it on your Facebook business page, and you'll want to pin it to the top so that when viewers visit your page, that's the first thing they see also. You can also upload it to Igtv, which is Instagram's video platform, and you can email or text a link to the leads who show interest. So basically, you could share your YouTube link if you want. And if you have a blog, you can share it there. So you could also share the link to your blog. Now, most importantly, when you share your video to these online platforms, you're also going to want to include a link. You're going to want to include the link for them to sign up over at your Avon Opportunity page. Or you can send them a link to text you or give them whatever that call to action. But usually it's good to have that opportunity link there as well. So now that you know how to make your opportunity video, have fun and be creative because it is your story. It's your personal story. So have fun with it and go ahead and share your journey so others can start theirs. Thanks for watching.